and welcome to the fourth vlog of the year. As you can see, we did have some snow. I was gonna wait to wake up till like noon, but I saw like everybody on Facebook and Instagram posting, and I was like, okay, I need to get out there because like, what if it melts? But it's not really melting because it's literally 32 degrees right now, which is exactly freezing if you don't know that. So yeah, it's very cold. My hands are cold. I just got back in. I need to edit my pictures and post them. So I'm only wearing lip gloss today. Yeah, I just went natural. I don't know if I'm going to Chick-fil-A or not. Obviously, I can drive in this, but I don't know if they're open or closed because I know they closed early yesterday. So I'm like, wouldn't it today be like worse? I don't know, but because it started snowing yesterday and sleeting and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so these are my new glasses, by the way. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen them. And I also got new sunglasses as well. But obviously I do not need these today with this weather. And that's my update. I am going to start Ubik today. I don't know when I'm going to start that. Let me get it out of this pile because I don't even know how many pages it is. That shit. I was gonna sing, but I didn't. So this is what I will be starting today, and it is 227 pages. So this is shorter than all the other weekend reads we have done so far this year. So this will be what I read over the weekend. Then my week read, I started Shortest Way Home by Butterjudge yesterday, and I got to 36%. I am doing the audiobook because I've seen so many people on BookTube are doing audiobooks for nonfiction because they're usually narrated by the author. So Pete is doing the audiobook for this. So I actually saw Pete when he came to my area back when he was running for president, and I really, really liked him, and I wish he would have been more popular because I think he is exactly what America needs, and I think he would have been a better president than Biden. But like, yeah, so that's who I voted for in the Democrat primary here in South Carolina in 2020. But obviously he didn't win. But yeah, so those are my current reads. I don't know if I'll start Burning God in this, but we do have that to read this month as well, which is right there. And yeah, those are the reads I have for the end of the month here. I'm out of breath. I am just going to chill and edit my pictures and all that. I went to my usual Monday location, Chick-fil-A, because I had no information of the one that I usually go to on Saturdays, if it was open or not, and it's farther away, so just to be safe in this weather. Yeah, the roads were perfect, except on the bridges were kind of slushy, but other than that, and they're not bridges like over water, they go over the interstate. Those were kind of slushy, but it was fine. So like all the roads are fine. A lot of the power trucks that came up from Florida seem to have already left. There's a few there because, I mean, obviously it hasn't got out the 30s today, so this stuff's all gonna freeze over at night like the water. But we are going to start Ubik. So let me tell y'all what this is about. So there is a company that, what word was I gonna use? But they give security and privacy to your mind, because obviously this is a science fiction. So they give you the privacy where like you would have on a computer. So spyware can't get inside your mind from like corporate, for people working in companies, like other corporate things won't get in their mind. So the CEO or somebody like the head of the company gets attacked by a rival and is placed into a dreamlike coma. And then, so the rest of the people at the company, they keep seeing him randomly, like in their, like on a coin, you know, and just like in random places where they shouldn't be seeing this guy because like he's not like, you know, the president or something. And so they're like, this is really weird, and the technology is going down, so they have to save the guy who is the head of their company. That's my understanding. And that sounds so familiar. So I think on the show Electric Dreams on Amazon, which is a series, and each episode is different, kind of like Black Mirror, and they're all based on Philip K. Dick things. And I kind of remember a story similar to this, so I don't know if it is Ubik exactly, but it does sound familiar. So this is one of Time's 100 best English language novels, and Ben Birdperson, I don't want to show that because I don't want y'all to be able to like email him. I don't think he would like that. So he got me this book for the holidays, so I do need to tape that in here because the notes, I only just tape them in. So I should, if I want to read half the book today, that is 113 pages, so that would get me to around chapter 9, which is obviously very doable. So I'm going to get to reading now. It is 2 o'clock. Alright, the hair is crazy. I'm looking at the snow outside, and my yard is pretty much all melted, but I can see it on other people's roofs, and it's like really nice. But okay, so I read, it's like 6 o'clock now, I don't know what time it is, but I read the first 3 chapters, so I am 36 pages in. Kind of confused, but I saw from a lot of reviews that people were confused for most of this, and then at the end you're just like, oh. So yeah, this guy, the guy who's like the head of the company guy, is trying to talk to his dead wife, but interference keeps coming in, like other spirits or whatever keep messing up the reception, I guess. I don't know, but this takes place in 1992 and was published in 1969, to let y'all know. I watched an episode of Euphoria. I think that's how you say it. I started that show last night, like the first season, and I am really enjoying it. Yeah, I literally have no complaints about it. None. So yeah, I'm going to read 3 chapters of this now. Yeah, I was super tired earlier when I was first reading it, but I tried to sleep after that, and it just didn't happen because the heat's on and all that, and I can't sleep in heat. So I was like in that awkward state that's, you're sleeping, you're not awake, but you're not sleeping either. And I did that for like an hour. Like I woke up at 4:12 and I was like, I just wasted an hour. So I didn't need to read as many chapters as I thought. I think I said I had to read 3 earlier, but I didn't. I only had to read 2. So yeah, it's currently 11:05. I got to page 117, which is chapter 9, which is exactly where I want to get to today. So I'm not hating this. It's average. It's not the best thing I've ever read by him, but it's not bad. I think my favorite Philip K. Dick work was it's in a stack, so I'm not gonna pick it up, but is his short story collection. I don't know if I vlogged myself reading that, but Ben also got me that, so he gets me supplied with my classic sci-fi, and this is someone I trust for classic sci-fi recommendations. So I think there seems to be a little more world building maybe, because yeah, now I have a complete understanding of what's going on. I don't want to give too much away because this is quite short, but I do have an understanding of what is happening here as we have got to what this describes. Even if it took 30% to get to that, which I do think is a bit much, but it's not that long of a read either. So, but yeah, I think there needs to be a little more world building, and that's my only really complaint. I don't really have that much to say about it. It's just average right now. But it's better that something is average than not good. So I am fine with that. So I'm just gonna put all my stats for the day into my reading journal, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Hey guys, so it is Sunday. It's 4:53. I have yet to read. I need to get to this, but I'm just tired and lazy and don't feel like it. I've been in a bad mood today. Yeah, I'm just annoyed, whatever. Yeah. So I need to read, and I will at some point. I'm going to try to take a nap right now, and if that doesn't work out, I guess I'll read. Hey guys, and happy Monday. So I just got done filming my sit-down video of the week. It is a haul. Y'all would have already seen it. So yesterday I read 40 pages of this. I didn't think I would read, but it seems like we have some like time travel things happening, and it is getting better as it goes along. But I will be reading Shortest Way Home today. I'm doing the audiobook for this, so I should plug in my iPad. I am on page 129. So I will read this after I go to Chick-fil-A and eat. So we'll be starting this at 6, but since it is an audiobook, I'm not too concerned, like not getting where I want to. I'm reading 6 chapters a day, so I will be finishing this book tomorrow. So these are reading plans for the week. We'll pick this back up on the weekend. I am like, oh my gosh, I didn't finish this. So I'm like low-key stressed, but I shouldn't be stressed because I've got to where I've read over 6 books this month, and that was just my goal. Like I am 10% of the way to my Goodreads reading challenge, so like I shouldn't be upset. But I did finish season 1 of Euphoria today. That last episode, ooh. I want to say something about Nate, but I'm like, I don't want to make people mad. But basically, I think Nate is what Stranger Things wanted Billy to be, basically. Like, I don't want to say I like them, but with Billy, that's kind of mixed. I haven't watched Stranger Things in a while, so I would have to refresh my memory. But with, like, Nate, obviously I know he's a jerk and low-key a psychopath. Not low-key, like, I think he is one, but I love watching his scenes, but he's not my favorite character. Kat's my favorite character, but I do love the plot line we have with Nate and think it is very interesting. And yeah, so I have 3 episodes to watch, and then I'll be caught up for Sunday when the next episode comes up, but I don't have HBO to my knowledge. So I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to watch these episodes because they are not on Amazon. Yeah, but a week from today I get to watch The House of Gucci, which I am super excited for because that was like my most anticipated movie last year, and it's finally getting put on Amazon next month. Like it's been in theater, like it was in theaters for like 3 months. That's a long time. But yeah, so I'll show you my outfit. So this shirt I got for Christmas. It's from a surf shop. It just says Made in the West. Hobie Surf Shop with the poppies on it. And then these pants are really, you know, need to be ironed, but from Lulu's. And, okay, hey guys, so I just got done eating. I feel like, y'all know like the top of the french fry and the ones that looks like frogs is stuck in my throat. So we have water, but we have water anyway. So I'm going to start reading now. It's 5:10, so I'm just going to start reading a little bit early since I didn't get to read at 3, which literally I could have, like when I was doing my makeup, since it's an audiobook, I could have done it. But yeah, sorry about my nose running. It always runs when I wear makeup, because makeup goes up my nose. And then I had the sauce, the Polynesian sauce. It's kind of a sweet and sour kind of thing, so that always makes my nose run. I talk about this probably like every week, but yeah, so I'm going to get to reading. I don't know what page I'm starting on, so I need to, I don't have it written down, so I need to do that, and then I'll catch up with you sometime. I read 3 chapters, 2 chapters, I don't know how many I read. And of course, every time I start vlogging, my dog starts barking. So rude, but yeah, so it's something that I really like about this book, and I guess about Pete in general, is that, well, one, to his competitors or people who may be going against something, he doesn't just spill a ton of hate. Like, there's no hate. And that's something I feel like in American politics today we see a lot of. It's just hate on both, like, throwing hate everywhere, when no, in this there is no hate. He will say where he disagrees with something, and then something like positive as well. So there's that. And then South Bend, Indiana, which is where he was mayor of, it reminds me very much of my town and some of the issues we have. And I like how so this is the town he's from. He's originally from there, and instead of complaining, he went and ran for mayor. Now, obviously, not everybody can just do that, but that's the thing with my town. People complain about how boring it is or stuff like that, and I'm like, why don't you do something to change that? So, as I said, it's not necessarily becoming a mayor or becoming a politician, but you can write to your mayor, you can write to the politicians, and just try to do changes in your own way. So, I think it's better than just sitting around complaining. So, that's something that I get out of this. So yeah, it's 5:56. I'm gonna do a quick like 9-minute workout because I did not do my arm and cardio earlier. So I'm going to do that now and watch probably like a booktube video. So I am done with Shortest Way Home for the day. So those chapters were about like using technology. The first chapter was about using technology and to improve the city, and something that I found really interesting. If you don't know, South Bend is like a college town because Notre Dame is there. So using ideas that college students have to help improve the city. He said Pittsburgh did the same thing, and it is becoming something more common, and I think that is really nice to include those college students on helping improve the city. And I think that like it's good for the city, and then it's good like an ego boost for them, that they feel like they're actually making a difference. I think that's really nice. And then the other chapter I read was about Mike Pence becoming governor of Indiana, and then the controversy that caused of saying Pence was trying to pass a thing, or did, and it only lasted like a week, of basically, let's use a restaurant as an example. If a gay couple came in, or like any other LGBT came in, but for this example, let's say a gay couple goes to a restaurant, that the workers or owner of the restaurant can be like, we're not serving you because our religion views that as a sin or whatever. And obviously that's really messed up, and it just was about the outrage of that and all of that, and just how Pete dealt with having such a conservative governor who his main focus was social issues, being LGBT and abortion, being against those two things. So very interesting. So let's see what percent I got to and how many pages I read. So we got to page 218. So 218 minus 129 was 89 pages. So let's see with our Goodreads where that gets us. That gets us to 61%. So I will try to finish this book tomorrow, and then for the 9 o'clock reading hour, I will pick up Ubik again and hopefully get further along in here. So I'm glad that I actually do have that time today where I can actually read some of this. So that's the nice thing about doing audiobooks, because the next book I'm reading as well, like on my TBR, it will be an audiobook. So that is really nice that I can have time to read multiple books at once. So I do need to put down what page I'll be starting on for Ubik, which will be page 167. Page 167. Also, how we were just talking about like LGBT discrimination and rights and all that kind of thing. When I talk about other people, whether it be an author or a viewer, and if I use the wrong pronoun, can y'all please call me out? Because yeah, that's something that I don't want to offend anybody or hurt somebody's feelings. So yeah, so because sometimes like on those, like when I used to do spreadsheets for my like reading, they would have that category for gender, and I'm like, I don't know, like some authors it's hard to find out what they identify as. So yeah, if I ever get anything wrong on gender or like on what pronouns somebody uses, please let me know, because I don't want to use somebody's wrong pronouns. It's not right. So yeah, I'm going to go, I'm going to film an ASMR video, which will just be me sorting my books, and because I did film my haul today, and that's what I always do after I film my hauls, is I sort through them and get them all stacked to be ready to go on the shelves. So it's 9, so it's time to start reading again. So I don't have any set goal of like what chapter I want to get to or anything. I'm just gonna read till 9:30 because that's my bath time. So I already edited tomorrow's video. I usually edit it the day it goes up, so I am ahead of schedule, so that's really nice. And I might just go ahead and edit my ASMR video as well, because I did film that like after I read earlier. So between the last clip and this clip I filmed. Yeah, so I am going to get to reading. I had 2 chapters and getting to page, what page is this? 192, so not that many pages, but still I didn't expect to get a lot done because I only had 30 minutes. So we're going to do 192 minus, so 92 minus 67 is 25. And then 25 plus 89 is 114 pages read on the day. So I still read over 100 pages, which is really good. So I do want to put into Goodreads what we do. So it was I don't remember, was it 192, I think? 192. So I am at 84% of the way through. Let me screenshot that so I can post on my story. But yeah, that is Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on Tuesday. I promise I have hair. It's all back here because I did not have time to brush my hair because it is already 3:14 and I need to get reading. My whole like break time from like 1 to 3, I started watching Narcos, which is like a really random show for me to watch, but yeah, so I watched the second episode of that because I watched the first one last night. Then I watched the first episode of season 2 of Euphoria because I did renew my HBO subscription because, yeah, I canceled it after Game of Thrones because I didn't need it anymore, but now I got it back, so yeah. And I am about to start reading. What page are we starting on today? 218, and I have plans to finish this today, doing the audiobook, and those are the plans, and I will catch up with you all in a little bit. I am now at 80% of the way. I think the audiobook has like 35 more minutes, but it is 4:04. So the first chapter, the first chapter was like about the presidential candidates coming and doing their campaigns in South Bend, and then it went into after Trump was elected, how this one guy got detained for being an illegal immigrant, and what that did to the community and how it affected people who voted for Trump who didn't realize that he was going to get people who hadn't even commit crimes deported and all of that. So that was very interesting, and that goes into like what I talked about last week when reading Infinite Country, that you really need to think of these people as humans and not just as things. And then we had a chapter about his time in Kabul and all of that, which was really interesting to read. I was really wanting to read about his military experience because I don't know a lot about military stuff, so I thought that was fascinating, and I just died in Fortnite. So that was interesting to read. And then the last chapter was about him coming out as gay and how that affected like his re-election, and just how it impacted his life from being in a political office and coming out. So that's all I'm going to read until 6. I'm going to go to Taco Bell because that is just what I'm feeling like eating today. I'm on track with my water right now. I'm really happy about that because last night I only had about 1.5 of these when I'm supposed to have 2. So I am on track right now, so I'm feeling pretty good. I did get 2 packages today, Bookmail, so I did want to show that to you guys. So the first one is a new release that came out today. Yeah, both of these were pre-orders. So the first one is Goliath by Tochi Onyebuchi. So they're both science fiction as well. So I'm going to read you the first paragraph here. So in the 2050s, Earth has begun to empty. Those with the means and privilege have departed the great cities of the United States for the more comfortable confines of space colonies. Those left behind salvage what they can from the collapsing infrastructure as they I'm not familiar with that word, EKE. Okay, out in existence. Their neighborhoods are being cannibalized. Brick by brick, their houses are sent to the colonies. What was once home, now a quaint reminder for the colonists of the world that they wrecked. A primal biblical epic flung into the future. I mean, yeah, it is called Goliath, so like it makes sense that it's biblically inspired, I guess. So there's that. And then I got Light Years from Home by Mike Chin. I don't think this came out today, but it might have, but it is a January release. So this description is: Evie Shao and her sister Cass are on speaking terms. 15 years ago on a family camping trip, their father and brother vanished. Their dad turned up days later, dehydrated and confused, and convinced he'd been abducted by aliens. Their brother Jacob remains missing. The women dealt with it very differently. Cass, suspecting her college dropout twin simply ran off, became the rock of the family. Evie traded academics to pursue alien conspiracy theories, only is looking for Jacob. So 2 sci-fi books, super exciting. So I might pick up one this weekend, and I also have the one by Sequoia Nagamatsu, which is a like pandemic one. So I don't know which one I'm going to pick up because they're all relatively short. So that's if I finish Ubik this week. I'll be picking up one of those. So it is currently 6:01, so I am going to get to reading. So I finished the book. I think I'm going to give it a 4-star. It's not that I know I'm giving it a 4-star. So I think I'm going to do like a Goodreads exclusive book review for this rather than posting it on my blog, just because not that I'm bad. I don't like reviewing nonfiction. It's personally difficult, especially like memoirs, because that's somebody's life you're like judging. But like with fictional books, I have the call pile system, character, atmosphere, writing, plot, intrigue, logic, enjoyment. When with nonfiction, it's really just enjoyment that you can base it on. And I guess like writing as well. The writing in this was very, very good. So I did enjoy reading this, and if you guys would like to see my review, I will link my Goodreads down below in the pinned comment. Guys, so I finished my 10th book of the book now, and that is Ubik by Philip K. Dick. This Indian is very trippy. Just all his books are very trippy, to be honest, because he was, I think, on LSD, if I'm correct. He was on some kind of drug, but I'm thinking LSD while writing these things. So I did enjoy this. It's a 3-star. It's not the best that I've read from him, but also it wasn't bad either. So thank you, Ben, for getting me this. I need to tape in your note and put in my little stamp that says the book belongs to me. So I'm done with this. So I've read 10 books this month, which is crazy. Yeah, this month is going to be quite a big reading month for me. My biggest one in 2021, I think I read 11 books. It was November. So this is getting close to that, because I still have The Burning God by R.F. Kuang, and I should finish that by the end of the month. I'm super excited for that, but we will be starting that tomorrow. But if you guys would like my full and final thoughts on this one, be sure to check out the link to my Goodreads down below in the pinned comment. Hey guys, it's Izzy, and it is Wednesday, so I am about to start The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. We're going to finish up this series this week or next, and that's crazy. So I'm doing the audiobook, as I've been saying. This is shorter than the last book, I'm pretty sure. So for actual story, 617 pages. If you're wondering how I choose what I'm doing the audiobook for, nonfiction, if it's narrated by the writer of the book, I will do it. And that's something new that I just started this year. And then if a book is over 500 pages, I'll do the audiobook. And like, even though this is indeed over 500 pages, but let's say I started a series doing the audiobook, then I will continue reading the rest of the series as an audiobook, because I feel like that's the way to go. I don't know. So yeah, so I have done all my skincare and hair care for the day. I haven't got dressed yet. I'm going to do that in about an hour before I go to Target. It's going to be a long sleeve day. And I have my, like, I don't know, those are corduroy pants. I don't know what you would consider them. Y'all can't see it. Can you see? No, you can't, but you'll see it later. But they're from Brandy Melville and they're extremely tight, but I'm gonna wear them anyway. But yeah, I'm about to get started reading this book. Y'all, what happened to the book section? What happened? They must be rearranging it. Here's the outfit of the day. This is not what I have planned at all because I could not find the shirt that I intended to wear. So I am out here wearing this. I got it in the mail today from Lux Kill, I don't know. But I got it today. It came all the way from Deutschland in Germany. So yeah, I have straps falling. So I'm like not taking my jacket off. But yeah, that's the kind of top it is to show y'all like the strap situation. So yeah, it is very comfortable. The leggings are kind of short, but it's not that big of a deal. I probably should be wearing socks because it's cold. I was warm when I had my jacket zipped up, but to take a picture of my outfit, I did unzip my jacket. And I thought about my Detroit Tigers hat is like my favorite baseball hat I own. I know they're not my team, but I really like the hat. But I spent so much time trying to find the green shirt that I've never worn. I got it for Christmas, put it in the wash 2 weeks ago, and I don't know where it's at. So that's not good. I looked everywhere. My dad helped me look. I cannot find it. So yeah, so I just went with this and back to the hat. So I already took so much time, so I just grabbed the first black hat I could find and then say Cleveland one. Which I don't know if this logo is still going to be a thing because they have a new name and everything. They're the Guardians now, so I don't know, Guardians of the Galaxy, you know? I've never seen that, but yeah, so with the reading, I got to page 28. I read the prologue and chapter 1, so that brought me to probably like 2%. 4%. So I'm giving myself, I have till the end of the month to finish this, so I can literally take like 6 days to read it at max. It'll probably take me less than that. These books usually take me about like 5 days to read from my previous experiences with the first 2 books, but I am making pasta right now, gluten-free pasta, all that fun stuff. I'm going to go change out of these clothes. I should have taken my jacket off in there because the coat also is that way, but yeah, so I will talk to y'all when I read it. I got the dub. There we go. Good. So yeah, I didn't buy anything at Target. I think I already talked about that. Oh my gosh, my back hurts. But yeah, so we still have the big theme of the morals or lack thereof in war for this book, and I need to put my bookmark in the proper place. And that is chapter 4. So I want to read at least 5 chapters a day. The clock ticking is driving me crazy. So yeah, I want to read at least 5 chapters a day, and you can usually get 2 done in a sitting. But another point is the characters that R.F. Kuang writes are so realistic. Like, we have PTSD, representation, and anxiety, when a lot of times in fantasy it's just like the character's fine after going through a traumatic event. In this, no, there is PTSD and all of that. So I don't know what percent I'm at because my phone is over there, so I'm gonna have to see, but I am on page 69. Hey guys, so it is Thursday. I almost said Friday, but I don't blog on Fridays. So I am about to start reading. We're doing the audiobook. I don't know if I updated after I finished reading last night because I did not feel great. My stomach was really cramping so I got gluten-free pasta. I didn't mean to, but I'm like fine with gluten-free, whatever. I didn't realize it was made of lentils, I guess is how you say that, and I didn't realize those are really high in fiber, so they caused my stomach to cramp really bad, and I was like so uncomfortable all night. So, but I'm all good now, don't worry. So it is 3:05, so I am going to read 2 chapters right now, so let's see the length of those chapters by Audible, and then it's going to be shorter than that actual length because I do it at a faster speed. So chapter 6 is 26 minutes long and chapter 7 is 45 minutes long. So think about half of those times. So I'm going to get reading and then I will update y'all. So I'm on page 142, which is 21%. So I read 30 pages, a little over 30 pages then, and then and then 11%. So that's that update for like stat wise. I don't know, like I saw a lot of Goodreads reviews said this is like the best book in the series. I'm not getting that vibe so far, but we will see. I only think third books or like the end of a series, end of a trilogy is only the worst one, but I'm only literally, I have over 500 pages left, so we're not really judging it too much yet. But at the end of that chapter, we had something kind of exciting happen, and I'm wanting to know what that's going to be about. But yeah, Rin is, I don't want to say she's really annoying me, but she is, but I think it is very realistic of the things that she's going through, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't like her, but she was never supposed to be a likable character, so that's a known fact. Yeah, so there's my update. Page 177 now, so I'm going to read 3 more chapters today. I know I've been reading 2 every hour, but the chapter 13 is only like 4 minutes on the audio, so it's going to be like 2 minutes by the speed I listen to, so I'm just going to go ahead and read that just to get ahead. So yeah, so 3 more chapters today. It has got a little more interesting, but I realized why I like the last book, the second book in the series, more is the second one was very political heavy, like politics, not, I wouldn't say court intrigue because they're not out of court, but you know, that kind of thing. Political intrigue is the word I'm looking for. When this one so far is seeming a lot more action, we're in war, going from place to place. I feel like it's just repetitive to some of the last books. But again, I'm only 27% of the way in. There's still 400 pages left, so we just gotta give it time and see where this goes, because I don't know where this is gonna go. But oh yeah, the cliffhanger that was at the end of the last chapter in the 3 o'clock hour, I was right with who I thought it was, so that was kind of predictable. But obviously that's just one thing I've predicted. There's a whole lot more book left to go. And then there was a little quote that my theory of how the book series is going to end, I'm not going to say it on here because spoilers, it might have hinted at that, and I'm like, if I got it right, I'm going to be so happy and so proud of myself for being that smart. Yeah, so I'm going to finish the episode of Narcos I was watching earlier because I kept getting interrupted, so I'm going to finish that now and then eat dinner at 7:30. I am at 31% now. I am ending the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe, and be sure to ring that notification bell to be notified every time I go live, or my videos go live. Bye!